Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is my 2021 flip through. So let's just dive into it. This is my first page, is my it's stuck together. So I just wrote bullet journal of Common Domain, very plain, very simplistic. Yeah. So my next page is my reflection page of 2020, which I always do a previous year reflection page of the highs and the lows of that year. I wrote them down and yeah. Then I go into the year 2021 and I do a little quote just to make it fun. This is my year at a glance. I did 4 months on a page with my birthdays and all the important dates written down. I also did my goals page at the next page, and I always just categorize them a little bit. Then my date night ideas page didn't work. Then I did a what I want page, which quite worked nice. Yeah, God's promises was a cool page, and God who He says I am, which is quite a cool concept for me. Then image at a glance. This was my working year at a glance page. Worked solidly, definitely incorporating it. Then I loved my January cover page. I couldn't get over it. Even when I flip back to it, I still love it. I didn't quite like the layouts of the weekly spreads, but yeah, that is something I am gonna work on for this year, that my weekly spreads work for me. Then I did my memories page. I did fill in my photos and of the highlights of the month. Was quite cool for the first month, didn't work for the rest of the year, but I'm gonna change it up. So February, loved it again. The yellow, the bright, all of that. It was quite cool. I couldn't get over how much I loved this. I'm not a sunflower kind of girl, but I really loved creating these spreads. Yes. So as you can see, I did not fill in my memories page of February, but yeah, that will happen a lot. So this is March for Lily. My Lily was born in March, and yeah, what an experience that was. So March, I loved creating this. I loved creating the lilies. It wasn't my favorite layouts, but it was quite beautiful for me. I also wrote Lily's information of her birth, just the little details in her date that she was born. I also did some reflecting on her birth in my journal, so yeah, that's also in there. And of course, I didn't put any photos yet. I will go back and do that, and maybe I'll show you guys what it looked like on Instagram also. April, I still loved this page. April's leaves theme, the color scheme, all of it just worked for me. The layouts wasn't what I wanted it to be. Like I said, I think I'm gonna work on the weekly layouts for this year because I don't know, something is still missing for me. I know a lot of people figure out what they want with their bullet journals very quickly, but I'm still going with the figuring out what works, what doesn't. Memories page, loved it. May, I didn't like it at all. At all. The roses was beautiful, but I didn't like the style of what I used for it. I tried something different just to challenge myself, but no, it didn't work for me. And yeah, so there will always be something you loved and something you didn't love, or something you're like, ugh, I hope people don't see this. So yeah, this was my May month. I hope people don't see this. But yeah, the next page is my June spread. I did a Dutch door styled June. I always do black and white in June. Yeah, this was quite fun and exciting to create. I love the bigger calendar. I didn't like the Dutch doors as weekly things, as weekly spreads, but yeah, I did use it again, trying to make it work for me, but it just didn't work for me. Yeah, also a very busy month, so yeah, I didn't even do a memories page apparently in this one. I'll have to go back for that. Then I left the spread open. I don't know really why, but I did go into my halfway of 2021. I just believe you can, you're halfway there. Quote. Then I just wrote some of my bigger dates. I just brought a bit forward. I brought some of my work dates forward. I brought my birthdays forward for me to not flip back that far. Then I did July. I loved this one. It was quite cool colored, cool, um, toned. I loved this. A lot of the fine. It was a simplistic thing, but I did a lot of it, so that was quite fun to create. Yeah, I love this color scheme. I love the things I did with it. I could have added some more little envelopes, but I didn't. And yeah, so August, I loved the layouts. I loved how I structured the little boxes and the weeks. I just didn't like the color scheme. The bright yellow and the bright blue with the little green, ugh, just didn't work for me. But that's how you learn. It was something I saw and something I think I can make work, and it just didn't work for me. It's not something that I liked. Although it's also cool toned, like the previous one, I didn't like this one. Then I did September some flowers, again a busy month, so it wasn't filled in that well because when I get too busy, I just don't sit in front of my notebook. So, yeah, so you can see when I sat in front of my notebook, uh, and also I don't have time to doodle. So then my doodles go away and I just write down what should be done. Yeah. October. Not a fan of October. Usually I love October months. Um, Actually, the last 2 years I didn't like October, which is quite sad. Yeah, nothing really to say about it. Didn't like the layout, didn't like the style, didn't like anything of it. But November makes up for everything. November is rainbow days. Rainbow colors, rainbow anything, rainbow. I will make it rainbow, whatever theme I choosing. So, yeah, didn't like the Dutch doors, but loved my cover page with the big calendar and the big florally decorations. December, one of my favorites as well. Love the finer detail. Love that I put in holiday lists and gift lists and my weekly fun pages because December is just for fun. I didn't write something there. I don't know why. I thought maybe I didn't need to, but yeah. Also, this was recorded before I had time to fill in any of my December weeks because they haven't happened yet, and of course my memories wouldn't be filled in, and my reflection for 2021 wouldn't be filled in. So yeah, that is my journal. Also in the back I have a lot of notes and things that I want to keep or layouts that I want to use that I just put in pencil at the back of my journal so that I can remember what I want to use. But that is 2021, and I hope we don't have this year again. So we'll see you in 2022 for the next journal video.